Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Bryn. I'm the Assistant Commissioner of the MIAA. I'm very excited to be here today with Kyle Schaaf of Albion College. Kyle, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I transferred to Albion from Olivet. I'm a redshirt sophomore. I'm on the wrestling team at Albion, and I'm studying kinesiology with a goal for physical therapy.
Obviously, you have been a part of two different MIAA schools now.
Yeah.
What makes the MIAA special to you, and what drew you to Division III specifically?
Um, you know, I think the small school atmosphere and like everything's like a family. I feel like can always count on my teammates, my coaches, support me, be there for me no matter what, have faith in me, I have faith in them. It's more like you get to know people on a more personal level this way, and that's really important to me.
And
Relationships are important, and that's something that Coach Wilson emphasizes all the time.
and who are some of your favorite MIAA rivals?
Um, Not just because I transferred from there, but I'd have to say Olivet, just because like, especially in wrestling, they're the team to beat. So why not set our standards high and beat them?
Obviously, you're busy with wrestling and studying. What hobbies do you have outside of that, though?
Um, my hobbies basically just play video games, work out. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Your coach mentioned that your parents gained legal guardianship of your brother, but he passed away following a tragic car accident in 2017. I just first want to start by saying that I'm so sorry for your loss. I couldn't even imagine what you and your family went through and continue to go through with that. But I did read an article yesterday that was written, and it stated that you were the one who actually approached your parents about taking him in after spending years competing against him in wrestling tournaments and just getting to know him through that. So it sounds like you cared so much about him and giving him like this life that he deserved. What did it mean to you once your parents agreed to legally make him a part of the family?
It meant a lot to take him in just because, he kind of opened up to us and let us uh, know his struggles. He informed us about his home life, and, he didn't have the best home life. So when my father and I had heard about that, we kind of had a discussion, and we wanted to give him the best life that he could possibly have. So my dad was going to do everything he could to get him into college, pay for his school, um, provide him with the best opportunities to get him better at wrestling, um, stuff like that. And that was really important to us. I like you said, I obviously cared for him a lot. It was a great feeling to be helping someone in need. It just sucks the way that it had ended. I have some regrets, and that's kind of like, you know, those still like have a pretty big burden on me. Like, for example, I went to a wrestling tournament when he was in the hospital, and I I'd got to see him before I left, and uh, he was getting better. Like he was starting to be able to move a little bit, move his hands, like kind of communicate with us, with his hands. He wasn't able to talk, but yeah. So my last memory of him is he was laying in the hospital bed, and I was holding his hand, and he knew I was going to compete, and we both just started like I saw tears starting to roll down his eyes. So that's my last memory of him, and I just sat there crying, and then on our way back, that was my goodbye. So on our way back, I got the news, and you know, uh, maybe I mean, can't change anything, but just would have liked to be there for him. You know, that's kind of one big regret. But yeah, it was really important to me and my family, especially to be able to change this kid's life, for the better. But yeah.
Loss takes such a big toll on one's mental health. And, from the sounds of it, you've been pretty open about the struggles that you've had to deal with. But it sounds like you are, in somewhat of a better place now with that. But what would you say to, anybody who is going through a similar situation, just like having to deal with, loss and just getting through the grieving process as well?
It does get better with time. I mean, not better, it gets easier. Let me rephrase that. Obviously losing someone close to you sucks, and everyone has their own way of grieving. But I'd just say, like, hold your loved ones close to you, because you never know when you might not have them. So don't take that time for granted, especially now during the pandemic. You just never know, like, when something crazy might happen.
So your coach mentioned 2 recent life changes that, have helped you just provide some more light in your life. One of those was transferring to Albion. So, it's the first season of wrestling there.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to you to compete in this inaugural season?
It means a lot to me. I think it's great, like, the culture we're building at Albion, the family. It's great because we have men and women competing together. So in the practice room, it's not just like one atmosphere. You get to kind of combine them both. And, it's one big family. It's not like separation, whereas some larger schools that have men and women's wrestling, they're kind of separated. Here at Albion, it's combined, like I said, it's one big family. That's something that's really important to me. And I think the transfer to Albion really, like you said, it was a big life change for me. But I think it was for the better, Coach Wilson, he was obviously my coach at Olivet before he got the head coaching position at Albion. So he recruited me there to Olivet. And when I had got the news that he was leaving, I didn't really know what was next for me, because he was the one who recruited me. Obviously, he was my coach. So moving forward, I had a decision to make, and I ended up making the decision to transfer to Albion. And honestly, it's been great. I think I don't think there's any place I'd rather be.
So the other big life change is that you are engaged now to your longtime girlfriend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'd imagine that she's been, a big part of your support system through all of this. What has that meant to you?
She supports me in every way possible. And, she's aware of my goals, and she pushes me to strive even further, to keep pushing myself, like post-match, go get your sprints in, stuff like that. And one thing, especially like for my mental health, she made it known that I was never alone, like, no matter what. So when everything was going on with the Monte, I that was my way of grieving. I mean, I spent time with my family, spent time with her, just like I said, held my loved ones close to me, because you never know, right? And like I said, she just pushes me to be the best version of myself, no matter what. And I think that's really important for my mental health.
Well, Kyle, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. And best of luck to you and your team the rest of the season.
Thank you.